What is up, friends? It is Valord here with another World of Warcraft Mr. Pandaria guide. Today I'm going to be teaching you the overview of how to play Destruction Warlock. I will go over the stats you should aim for, the talents you should use, and the basic gameplay rotation. So, stats. Get your hit chance up to 15%. I don't have that right now because it's the pre-patch and I'm just making this guide. After having 15% haste, mastery, and then crit, and then haste are your priorities. Early on in the patch, mastery will perform much better. Later on though, crit will likely overtake it. The Destro locks have a history of wanting both of these stats more or less even. Definitely some of your character though. As for talents, Tier 1, Soul Leech, just use this one. Dark Regeneration is finicky, it has some use in progression content. Mortal Coil for 30, it's a free 15% health heal every 45 seconds. Soul Link and Sacrificial Pact are both great. I prefer Soul Link. Should be noted, if you're using Grimoire Sacrifice like me, you get 20% extra health instead of the 20% damage reduction on Soul Link. 60, Burning Rush is the only viable talent. 75, we have two options. Grimoire of Supremacy, Grimoire of Sacrifice. Supremacy gives you 20% stronger demons, and also gives your Observer a silence effect. It also boosts your 10-minute cooldown demons, making those burst windows much more powerful. I prefer Grimoire of Sacrifice. It increases the damage of your Chaos Bolt, Conflagrate, and Incinerate by 15%, and gives you a small heal. It also has the added benefit of removing the need to watch where your demon is going. We've all been there with demons doing random crap. For 90, Archimine's Darkness is the only option you should even think about. An extra charge of Dark Soul means you get one more use of it over the course of the fight, allowing you to save one in the bank for whenever Heroism or Lust is up. Gojaden's Cunning only affects Incinerate, and you have Conflagrate to deal with that. Manaral's Fury is completely useless for destruction. It only affects Rain of Fire, which is a pathetically low amount of your AoE. Your main AoE is Fire and Brimstone. For your rotation, you want to build up 3.5 Burning Embers before doing any cooldown popping. Keep Immolate on the target at all times. Use Conflagrate on cooldown. Spin the backdrafts on Incinerate, not Chaos Bolt. And once you have 3.5 Embers, cast Dark Soul Instability, refresh your Immolate, and cast as many Chaos Bolts as possible. Do not cast Chaos Bolt with backdraft charges up. You see I'm dumping 2 backdraft charges so that my Chaos Bolt doesn't use them, even though I don't actually have that ability yet. Now, outside of Dark Soul Instability, you do what's known as the Maintenance Rotation. Cast Conflagrate on cooldown, keep Immolate up, cast Incinerate. If you have 3.5 or more Burning Embers, I keep calling them Soul Shards, I know. Cast Chaos Bolt once, just so that you don't cap. But you want to keep 3 Embers on you at all times, spending them only when you have a major damage increase, such as a Trinket Pop or Dark Soul Instability. It takes long enough to build up these Embers that you can't really waste them. A final note about the single target rotation: when the enemy is at 20% or lower health, you can use Shadow Burn on them. You should do this instead of Chaos Bolt. It does hit slightly weaker, but because it doesn't have a cast time, it is much more efficient. In AoE situations, you want to build up some Embers, use Fire and Brimstone, Immolate to spread it among everything, and Incinerate. You can use Conflagrate as well. You should not Fire and Brimstone Chaos Bolt. Oh wait, it doesn't affect it anyway. That's a Warlord Drainer thing, sorry. You should also snipe any low health enemies with Shadow Burn. This will give you more embers. The only thing you really need to worry about other than this is Pandemic. Pandemic will increase the duration of your immolate when you refresh it with some duration left. It's not too important for destruction as it is for the other two Warlock specs. Now, something to note about snapshotting in MoP. Summon Doomguard does snapshot, so you only want to use it when you're under the effects of both Heroism / Bloodlust as well as Dark Soul Instability. You want as many things active as possible before you use this guy. Other than that, there's not really much to worry about. You no longer have Life Tap. Twilight Ward is nigh useless in this expansion. I think a few of the Shaw enemies deal shadow damage, but yeah, that's it. Have fun.